Hey y'all, it's your girl Chula back with another video. Welcome back to my channel, Hooked on Houseplants, where as always, I invite you to get hooked on houseplants too. Y'all, so today what I'm gonna do is just kind of take you around and show you some things that are going on in my collection. A lot of new and exciting things. I do have a couple of new additions to my collection that you all have not seen. So I am excited to show you those. So yesterday, which was Sunday, it was a very beautiful day. I think the high got up to about 78 degrees. So right now the temperature on the patio is 73 degrees, 34% humidity. So the humidity level is not really optimal. So I probably will, once I finish this video, put the humidifier on to bump it up to at least 50. Okay, so y'all, first order of business, got some thirsty chicks over here. Now, if you are kind of new to begonia and you kind of struggle to know when they need to be watered, this is a perfect example of one that needs to be watered. And the reason I can tell is because, first of all, it is very light, very light. And I can even look at the substrate and see that it's dry. You see how it's even coming apart from the planter? You see that? So she or he, because this is Begonia Guy Savard, definitely needs a drink. And like I said, he's a little bit more perky, but I can see that the leaves are starting to droop. So with this one, I really don't even need the moisture meter, but just for illustration purposes, for those newbies, I stick the meter almost all the way to the bottom of the substrate. So you see this is definitely reading dry. And I don't just stick it in one place. I kind of stick it in several places just to make sure that it's reading the same. So this is in a different spot, and as you can see, it's still showing that it's dry. Okay, so I've already, I guess I'll add a little bit more water. I bottom water my begonia, and I will just let Mr. Guy Savard sit there and let him soak up as much water as he needs. My crackling Rosie is also a thirsty gal, so she will be up next for her drink. And once again, sticking the moisture meter in almost to the bottom of the planter. And as you can see, she is also reading dry. Okay, so she's up next. And then my, let's see, Orange Glow, I think. Yep, my Begonia Orange Glow is another thirsty mama. So she will be up next after Miss Cracklin' Rosie. Let's see, I'm sticking the moisture meter down almost to the bottom. Once again, she's reading dry. Okay. All right. So the rest of my begonia, for the most part, are doing very well, growing very well. My begonia Catherine is one of my favorites because her leaves are just, they just make a bold statement. I mean, I guess Miss Catherine said, you know, go bold or go home. So she's definitely giving off the bold leaves. I suspect she might be a little dry as well. But everything is about the same over here. The Milano Bolata is doing very well in ambient conditions. Um, I think this one I've had for maybe almost 2 weeks now, give or take. And I don't see any crispies. And here's a new leaf right there. So yeah, this one seems to be doing very well in ambient conditions so far. Now, moving on to Miss Beefsteak. Now, this is unfortunately all that is left of my big, huge beefsteak begonia. And I will put in some footage so you can see what happened when I tried to repot her. I think I mentioned to you all that I wanted to get a wider, more shallow planter to put her in because she was just spreading all over the place and she wasn't getting the support that she needed. So I did repot her, and I tried my hardest not to bother the root system because begonia tend to have very fine root systems. She did not like it. Okay, just to get to the point and to mince words, she didn't like it. So when I came out the next day, she was flopped over. Okay, just wasn't looking good. So this was a cutting that I already had. And since the rest of the plant was just looking kind of, I just didn't like the way it was looking. So I just took this cutting out and potted it up. So this is all that I currently have left of my beefsteak begonia. And I'm okay with that. This is one of those begonia though that if I was to lose it, I will want to repurchase just because I really like this one. And as you can see, the luxuriance is luxurious, okay? No pun intended. She's doing good. So that's all that's up in the begonia department. Okay, this is one of my newest anthurium. This is the Crystallinum jacarta. That is her newest leaf. Look at Miss Jacarta just showing out. She has that one and this one. She has a new one right there too that's getting ready to open up. So I'm excited about that. She seems to be doing quite well so far. Some of her leaves do have some damage, which, you know, these are leaves that she came with. I wonder, is that thrip damage? I don't see any pests on her, but there is a little bit of damage to this leaf, but I don't see anything suspect. So yeah, so Miss Jacarta's doing well. Miss Scindapsus Silver Lady is also doing well. This is also a thirstier plant. Very easy to grow. This is another one that I probably would recommend to the newer plant parents. So that's the Silver Lady. I also, this one looks like it's gonna tip over. I went ahead, I know I was supposed to let y'all see my repot, but I just went ahead and did it. This is the Burrow Marks Flame. And as you know, I was telling you that I needed a planter, self-watering planter with a deeper inner pot. But I found these. I have so many pots, y'all, that I didn't even realize that I have. This is a self-watering planter. And this is about 6 inches. And so the one that I had Mr. Burrow Marks in before, I think it was about 4 inches. You know what? I think this is 6.7. So this is almost a 7-inch inner pot. So I thought that this one would be good enough. or big enough for the moment. So got him repotted, and already he's pushed out a new leaf. I wonder, is it going to have some fenestrations this time? Because to me, it looks like they're really sizing up. This is the latest leaf. And as you can see, that's a nice size. So I'm hoping that I will get some fenestration soon. But no worries, Mr. Burrow Marks Flame. You just take your time, honey. So he is doing okay so far with his repot. It's only been about 3 days, I want to say. And I also repotted my Spiritus Sancti that was having the same issues. Definitely needed a repot because in both cases, their roots were just growing around the bottom of their inner pot. So this is the same size, self-watering, 6.7-inch pot. So far, so good, y'all. I feel like neither plant shocked or anything because I didn't even bother their root system. I just plopped them down into the new pot and backfilled it. And he has rewarded me with another leaf that is about to unfurl. And y'all, I have a feeling that this is going to be a big one. Look at that. This is the last one. And y'all see how long that one is. So, yep, I think this one is going to be a big one. So, very pleased with that. Put him back up there. And so, yeah, that's kind of what everything is looking like on my top shelf. I don't think I've showed y'all my Siltepecana in a while. Let me take him down. If y'all remember, I cut this, the Monstera Siltepecana way back. It's been a while. And I rerooted the plant, the cutting that I kept. And as you can see, it's taken off again. I said that I wanted it to trail possibly, but as you can see, I just put a trellis in there for support. Let me give you a better angle so you can really see what the plant is looking like. So I don't know if I'm really feeling that, y'all. It's kind of like growing all over the place. This needs to be clipped on. But, yep. This is a Siltepecana. And I've just recently repotted this one because for me, this has been a thirstier plant. So it isn't self-watering now. So I keep this one right up here in the back. Okay. So I think that is all. Oh, I got one more update. Something else I want to show y'all down here. This is my Alocasia suhirmaniana that is doing so well. Just popping off the new growth. This leaf is about to unfurl. But look at that beautiful plum color. I just love it. And this particular Alocasia did not stop growing through the winter. This leaf has not even hardened off yet, so it looks like it's going to get bigger. So this one hasn't even hardened off yet, and it already has given me this new one. And y'all can see them roots. Look at those roots. So yes, this is one that I need to definitely always keep the cash pot full. Does not like to dry out. So, yep. Su here manana, y'all. Looking good. Okay, so on over here. Now, this is a new plant that I kind of surprised myself by getting because I'm not normally attracted to this type of plant, but I love the flowers, or the blooms. So I got this plant for the blooms, just strictly for the blooms. This is an anthurium, I think Andrianum. You know, I know that you all have to see these plants everywhere because some of the flowers are white, some are red, some are a beautiful like coral color. I've even seen a chocolate one that I kind of got my eyes on because I just love the color of the blooms. So I liked this purplish lavender bloom, and I just thought it was pretty, and it didn't cost a lot, and I wanted a little bit more color. I'm one of those girls who I like color in my collection. Sometimes green leaves are okay, but I personally, I like color. So these are the blooms. And I think I got this one from, oh no, I got this from an Etsy seller. And I have this one in a self-watering setup. And I've had this plant for maybe about 3 weeks. So this is a newer one to my collection. They also call this the painter's palette, and you can see why. It kind of looks like a painter's palette. So, yep. So that is a new one. And this was one that I'm really excited about since my Piper crocatum is no more. And you know what, y'all? I don't even see the Piper crocatum around that much anymore. I remember when it seemed to be kind of popular, but I haven't really seen it that much. But anyway, I've had two, and neither one of them made it, but it's okay because I got this one. This is the Piper Methysticum Bright Eyes. And you can kind of see why. You know what? Let me move it over here because this light over here is like really bright. So you can see it better. Yeah, this is the Piper Methysticum Bright Eyes. And I got this from Gabriella Plants. And like the typical Piper, it produces those crystals on the back of the leaves, which is totally normal for this plant. It actually indicates that the plant is doing what it's supposed to do by producing those crystals. But isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that yellowish lime neon in the center just giving? It's actually giving more than what needed to be gave. I mean, it's just beautiful. And just like my crocatum, this one seems to be on the thirstier side as well. So I put her in the pot in one of the planters that I think the Spiritus Sancti was in. And so this is a self-watering setup. So yep, new plant alert, new plant alert. Piper Methysticum Bright Eyes. She is a beauty. I might name her Beauty. Beauty is her name. Y'all, if you know about Drew Hill, you know. So yes, that's the Piper Methysticum. Very beautiful plants. I think that is it over here. Oh my goodness, y'all. This one definitely. Oh, this is the Bravura Mosa. It's not looking too good. You see how the leaves are like sagging? Yep, this one needs to be watered, definitely. I wonder if I hope it didn't get too cold out here, because, y'all, it might have some cold damage. Let me see. Yeah, because see, it doesn't need water. Huh, y'all? I'm not liking that. Yeah, I think she got some cold damage, y'all. I don't know what's going on with this one. She was doing fine. Well, I'll have to see, but I'll keep you posted on that one. I hope I can save it, y'all, because I really love this one. But yeah, the leaves are all floppy. They kind of look like they're trying to melt. So maybe it just got too cold for this one. I don't know. All right, so um, over here, this is also a new plant that I really surprised myself by getting. This is Michael Morris Vietnamensis, but I've also seen it called the Michael Morelliana, I think, Vietnamese. This is part of the Gesneriad family. I don't know if you all are familiar with Primulinas and um, that type of plant. If I'm not mistaken, I think the um, the African violets, are also part of the same family. But what's interesting about this one is it's the only one in its genus. So even though it's related, I guess it is considered a just Nereid. It's still the only one in its genus as of 2020. I think I saw when I Googled about this plant. But it does produce a very beautiful purple flower or bloom, which I will insert. I've only had this one for about 2 weeks, but I'm just in love with the foliage. I just think it is beautiful. So I primarily got it for that. It does have a very soft feel to the leaves. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I think the care needs are very similar to the African violet. Um, I do plan to put this one in self-watering because it seems like I've only watered it, I think, twice since I've had it in the 2 weeks that I've had it. So it seems like it's a little bit on the thirstier side. So yes, this is also a new plant alert. And for the really exciting one, wish list plant. I told y'all I had my eye on the Hoya Argentea Princess. So I was able to snag myself a cutting from an Etsy seller. And it has really good variegation and roots, as you can see. So I've had this one about a week. And I'm very excited to grow this one out. Actually, I could pot it up. It looks like it has enough of a root system to be potted up. So, yes, y'all, the Argentea Princess. Very excited about this one. I hope I can keep the variegation going. I know that this one is prone to revert, so that's why I have her right over here underneath this light. So she's getting plenty of light, y'all. Okay, also you all have seen this one. This is the freckles, doing very well. This is the newest leaf. Look at that. But it's not rounded. It's more pointy. I think I like the rounded leaf better, but that variegation is just doing the most. Okay, so up here, you all have already seen these, but this is a new Hoya as well. I guess I'm a Hoya head, y'all. I got this one from Home Depot this past weekend. Can y'all guess which one this is? I couldn't pass it up because it was just $5.98. Just $5.98. It is the choke or choke. Yes, proven winners. I was very surprised to find this at Home Depot. And for $5.98, this size plant, like, where they do that at, y'all? I was very excited to find this. And like I said, it's very full and healthy looking for $5.98. Yes. So, this is one of my newest Hoya as well. And I also found one that I was surprised to see. This is, oh, I got some good stuff up here that y'all ain't even seen. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, new Hoya alert. Two new Hoya that you all have not seen. This is the McKelly. It's just a one leaf cutting. And it's still in the same substrate that it came in. So this is the McKelly. And this is, remember I told y'all that I wanted the Crassio petiolata splash? Well, this is she. This is she. So I have the regular version hanging up here. Let me show y'all. And then I have the splashy version. Hey, cuz. Hey, cuz. So yeah, you can definitely see the difference between the two. So yes, got my hands on the splashy version. Look at that. Very pretty. So yes. So I think now I have about 35 Hoya, which I never thought, y'all, that I would have this many Hoya, but I'm just loving the Hoya. This is also one that I found at Home Depot for $5.98. I think this is the Carnosa Splash. Look at that. Look how pretty. Are y'all seeing this? When I saw how big these leaves are, I said, I'm gonna just throw this one onto a trellis right away. Also in self-watering, because you all know that I put my Hoya in self-watering containers. This leaf does have a little bit of cosmetic damage, but it's not bad. But I thought that this was a nice Hoya for the price. $5.98, y'all. And got a new little leaf coming up right there, if it'll focus. Maybe not. So yes, another new Hoya, y'all, to my collection. I need to slow down with the Hoya. So, yep, that's up there with some others right underneath the grow light. So I think the last thing that I'm going to show you, because this video is getting longer than I really wanted it to be, is an update on the Varicosum. Okay, so the last time I showed you all the Varicosum, it did not have those roots down there. Definitely not. So those are new, as well as these on this side. It did have that growth point coming out, but as you can see, it's getting, wait a minute. Is that 2 growth points? Let me see. Oh, that's a root. Y'all look. So it has this growth point, and then it has another root coming out right there. And then this one has gotten longer. So yeah, this Varicosum is coming along, y'all. coming along. I do think that once it has more of an established root system, I am going to try it out in pond. Yes, I do. I think that's what I want to do. So that is the update on the Varicosum. So y'all, I think that is going to do it for this video. Just wanted to show you mainly the new plants that I have. That reflector is looking gorgeous. I mean, look at that foliage. I mean, it's just like, oh my goodness, beautiful, y'all. Look. And then, oh, something else. Let me show you. My Billietier and crossed with Atabapoense. The plant was cut right there, if you can see. And look, y'all, it produced this little baby. Look at that little baby, y'all. And it has another growth point right there. And I just recently repotted the cutting, and actually it broke. I don't know if y'all remember me saying that it broke off, but from the point where it broke off at, it has grown that new leaf. And then I potted the cutting back in with the mama plant, I think 3 days ago, because it had a lot of roots. So I am hoping that it will fill the plant out a lot. This has been a slower grower for me. I don't know about you all's experience with this plant, but I'm trying to get it to look a little more full as it comes up. But yes, I was very happy to see that. Okay, so just watered my Summer Glory. I kind of gave her a little trim because she was just to make her look a little bit neater. I did cut off like 3 of the bottom leaves. But yeah, so everything is growing very nicely. And if you all really, really want to see me do a repot, I will definitely do that. Please let me know down in the comments or anything that you would like to see me do on my channel within reason. I will be more than happy to do. So you all take care. Thank you for always returning and tuning in to my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, give a thumbs up, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And make sure that notification button is activated so you'll know when I put out some new planty content, y'all. All right? Okay, so you all take care. And until the next video, hooked on houseplants, y'all. Bye.